Before time began, there was the cube.
Hey, I'm Bowen, and we're going to take you through a couple of games of Transformers. And the reason we're going to play this game twice is we're going to do it both ways. Transformers is divided into Decepticons and Autobots, and each of those options gives the player some opportunity to make some things easier and some things harder. The main thing to focus on is that the 4 lanes on each side of the game, the in lane and out lane, and the 2 marked lanes at the very top, are lit depending on whether you're a Decepticon or an Autobot. If you make the one you chose, it will light a playfield doubler for 1 shot for the remainder of the ball, similar to the way that action works on Batman or Avatar or several of the other recent Stern games. If you complete the other set of lights, you get a bonus multiplier, which can still be pretty valuable, but definitely not as valuable as doubling a shot for the remainder of a ball. So as we start the game, we'll focus on the ways to activate those lights, what the goals are for each side, the Decepticon, the Autobot, and why you might choose one or the other. So as we start our first game, let's pick the Decepticon side and see where we go. The idea here is to complete the 4 lanes on the left, either the left in lane, left out lane, or the 2 left lights in the top lanes. So and the easiest way to do that is to shoot the left ramp. The left ramp will give you one of the lights, so you shoot the left ramp and then collect a light that's unlit, then try to catch the ball. There are a lot of little tip flips and little drills you can play with the ball here to grab it, and there was a little bit of a mistake there. And after 4 shots, the multipliers are lit. There are 6 shots that can be multiplied, and good choices are the right loop, the center shot for Optimus, and the left ramp if you're playing this strategy. So I'm going to shoot the right loop here, and now that shot will be doubled for the rest of the ball. The best choice is probably the Optimus shot right up the middle. I'm not picking that at this point because the Optimus cashes in during Megatron Multiball.
Gentlemen,
for Megatron Multiball, you need 4 shots to the Megatron lock. Earlier I found that I was bricking the Megatron shot when I shot it from the left flipper. So if you want to shoot this from the right, you can post transfer over, grab it on the other side, and make the shot from there. Shooting it from the right flipper is easier because there's a wider gap, but it's also more dangerous because missing it from the left flipper, and I made it from the left that time, the return from that area is less dangerous than returning from the right side. Some players would call that a cross-field shot versus a backhand. So if I shoot from where I am now to the right ramp, I'm actually risking a drain more than if I shoot the left ramp, simply because of the way the ball returns from a missed shot. So now I've got 3 locks, and Megatron Multiball is ready. So I need to not start Megatron Multiball. What my goal is now is to get a doubler light on the Optimus shot. And again, you do that by shooting the left ramp repeatedly. You can also shoot the right loop, but the right loop doesn't guarantee picking up a Decepticon light. And now the Optimus shot is doubled. At this point, there are a couple things I can do. One is I can try to get greedy and make some more doublers. Another is I can try to start a mode. By shooting the Decepticon lights, I advance towards a mode, and it's usually a good idea to carry a mode with you into a multi-ball. The easiest way to shoot I find this left loop to be a difficult shot, so I'm going to shoot the left ramp and then the right loop here to try and get that going. Mistake there, really almost cost me the ball, and I guess we're going to play multi-ball. During Megatron Multiball, when you are a Decepticon, all those 6 shots are lit, and if you shoot the Megatron, they will all relight. Every shot is a jackpot, and you'll hear an increasingly loud noise for each one. There's also a significant ball saver, and the goal is to get enough shots to raise the Optimus kicker, the Optimus ramp, or whatever it is, I don't know, Optimus thingy, that's the technical term. And there is also no timer on the shots. When we play this later as an Autobot, there will be a timer on these shots, so they will all be shut off. If I shot Megatron right now, they'd all relight. Instead, I'm going to shoot the left loop with my free ball on the right flipper. and try to recatch. So this is very good controlled play there. And now I'm going to shoot the left ramp with the free ball and try to pass that over. Here, the shot I need is the right ramp. Now I can try to backhand the right ramp. It is possible. It's challenging, but it is possible. I also want to point out that you can continue to collect doublers. So if I shot the left ramp right now, I could collect another doubler. But let's try the backhand here. Ah, I love that shot. Okay, now it's like, okay, well, what do you shoot now? There's nothing on. Oh, you have to shoot Megatron. Megatron will relight all shots. I don't remember exactly how many shots you need. I think it's 8, maybe 10 shots before you will get to shoot Optimus for the Super. But the number of doublers you have is very helpful because the more doublers you have, the better those jackpots are. Backhand there, that's a nice play there too. I like that one. And playing in control gives you a chance to trap balls and make shots. And now I've got a doubler ready. That left loop looks inviting. And we've got a flashing shot now on Optimus. So this is a multi-ball, and it really doesn't look like the usual multi-ball. It's very controlled, very timed. Just wait, make your shots. One shot there, it's a double jackpot. I'm going to make a couple more shots here to Optimus. And then eventually, this will allow us to get a Super. Well, here I'm just trying to get control on the right flipper with my ball and make the shot that's available to me. I'm weakening Optimus here, and now the Super is ready. And because I have the doubler light on from this whole thing, all of those shots were double jackpots, and that is a double Super. Oh, that was just sweet. There was no skill there. It just looked awesome. And now you're back. So the whole thing starts over again. Jackpots increase in value. What you just saw is a double Super jackpot, and it lights the Megatron light solid on the playfield for completion of Megatron. So again, I prefer to use the free ball, the one on my right flipper, to make as many shots as I can, and then try to regather the ball on the right. That was a bit of a mistake there, and it was caused by a missed shot. But if I can get control of the ball again, looks like I've got another doubler lit. Some people ask about the Bumblebee being brought in here. Bumblebee also doubles. That was a big mistake there. But we can get an extra last-second double. And a mode is running too. The Shockwave mode appears to have started. So the Shockwave mode takes 2 shots, the left shot, and then the right ramp. After making these 2 shots, it will open up a large number of shots. I found I was able to backhand that earlier, but not this time. Modes are valuable in Transformers. They're not as valuable as they are in some games, but they are worth going for, especially if shots are doubled. There is a little bit of a risk reward here in going for the mode shots, because losing the ball means losing all of the multipliers that are built up. But by going for the mode shot, I'm now cashing a whole lot of extra points. And there's a really good outlane shake. There is no post, no rubber on the in-lane outlane divider, so the only way to save a ball there is to bash it off the sidewall and back into play. And that's what you saw there. It's a little hard to see actually, the in-lane outlane area, but getting some good points here out of the Shockwave mode. And every mode also has a certain number of shots required to finish it. As you saw, just a power drain there and a dumb tilt. I should not have tried that. But good ball, 14 million, lost a lot of bonus there. The way the modes work on Transformers is you get modes that are solidly lit if they've been completed. Flashing mode is the one that's next, and one that's flashing a little slower is one you played but didn't finish. And there's another way of draining as a super skill shot if you plunge the Megatron. I recommend against doing that because you don't get bumper points, you don't get your lights at the top. It actually is less points to do that than it is to plunge the regular skill shot. So that on a lot of Transformers you will get that to happen with sort of a regular or casual plunge. And that's 3 locks. Now I could go right back into Megatron multi-ball here. I don't want to. I want multiplier lights. I want modes. I get multiplier lights by shooting the left ramp, and I get modes by shooting the flashing Decepticons. And I absolutely need a doubler on the center ramp, on the center Optimus shot, excuse me. After a certain number of shots to Optimus, depending on the settings here, it's 4, the Optimus raises, and you can now hit the Optimus to advance towards the Optimus multi-ball. Since I'm a Decepticon, that multi-ball is more difficult and worth less points than it would otherwise, so we will go for that, but it's not really a priority in the way that starting Megatron would be. As before, I'm going to try to bring in a mode and carry the mode into the multi-ball. So I'm going to be shooting for these outer loops, these outer lights. Missed the shot there. You have to basically go all the way through with that for it to count. So that didn't count, and I'm losing the left loop a little bit. I'm losing my loop shots, actually. There's a shot. 2 more to start the mode. So I can get this by backhanding the left ramp for 1 shot and then shooting the right loop again. This will also double the right loop if I don't screw it up. No, I doubled the left loop. Well, that's too bad. In any case, the mode is started, and I'm going to start the multi-ball. The downside of starting a multi-ball with the mode running is you can't really tell which lights you need for that mode, because every light that says jackpot. I know from watching Starscream at the beginning that those lights were coming in from the left. You want to be a little more aggressive about shooting shots than you would otherwise, and you always want to be aggressive about making shots while the ball saver is on. Simply because the more aggressive pace here is because there's a mode running. And there's really 2 types of points being earned right now. And unfortunately the multi-ball is over pretty quick. Let's see, we've got shots to the left. The Starscream moves left to right, so you can time your shots here and try to hit Optimus while Starscream is lit for it and claim sort of both points. So that shot gives me Starscream points and progress. And there's another one. There's the danger of playing for Optimus. Starscream completed, so I got enough shots there, 2.5 million. That's not really what I'm going for. What I'm really trying to do is finish all 5 of these guys, because that will light Sentinel Prime, which is a wizard mode. Optimus, we're pretty close to Optimus. The status report doesn't really tell us anything about how many shots it takes to get there. So what I'm going to try to do now is start a mode and then shoot Optimus during that mode to see if I can carry Optimus into multi-ball. Don't ignore the Autobot lights at the top, because they will give you bonus multipliers, and although I tilted them away on ball 1, you can get some things from that. That was a poor choice of shots there. So backhanding the left ramp is still a good play because it'll light a doubler. And the right loop is where I really wanted that shot to go. The right ramp is not a bad choice here. The left ramp is not a bad choice here. We need the right loop to start the mode. So that mode is now started. We're in blackout battle. And again, you know, that kind of modes are a little bit generic in that they basically all behave like, okay, something's lit, shoot it, and then something else will light. I actually don't know a lot of the rules to those modes, but I'm not concentrating on that. I'm concentrating on Optimus. Now Optimus multi-ball has begun. During Optimus multi-ball, you need to shoot the Optimus, and then we'll go from there. I don't know what else it's going to do. I'm just going to shoot for some blinking lights here. Shoot flashing shot, it says. So yeah, let's do that. That's a good idea. So after shooting Optimus a couple times, all of the shots will be lit. And eventually, you'll want to shoot Optimus again. So the difference here is that there is only a certain amount of time to claim the shots. By shooting Optimus, it will light all those jackpots, and then I have a certain amount of time to claim those jackpots. So that gives me a jackpot. Well, now I see I've got 4 other shots I need to make, and it looks like this multi-ball is going to end a little bit sooner than I wanted it to. Got a few shots right at the tail end of the multi-ball, but I'm going to have to play Optimus again in order to light them solidly. You don't need Optimus in order to get to Sentinel Prime, I believe. I'm not completely sure of that, but I do need to complete all of the other modes. So do play your modes. Blackout plays a little bit like Shelob from Lord of the Rings. Make a shot to the left, Make a shot to the right. Try not to tilt. Come on, stay up. Yes. Really a desperation shove there, and fortunately for me that it worked out. The mode continues. Left loop, 2.4 million for the mode shot. That's a lot of points. That's a spicy meatball. And that's happening because I have a doubler light on, and I also got double scoring from shooting enough Bumblebee shots. So don't waste your Bumblebee time. Bumblebee, you can tell Bumblebee is on by the lights that are above the slingshots. So if those lights are flashing, it means you're in double scoring, and you should basically play like a bat out of hell for the next 30 seconds. So now that I played 2 Megatron multi-balls, and very little I could do there. I'm on 2 warnings, so there's no point in trying a desperation save there. It would just cost me 2.7 million. And as we go to ball 3, I'll point out that Megatron is kind of quiet, Optimus is kind of quiet. Both of those are going to require a lot of shots to hit. I have played Shockwave and Blackout without finishing them. Devastator is next, which should be the last mode. And at that point, you then start to cycle back through the modes again. So we're going to now do that and try to finish off all of the modes that are available. All right, we're playing Devastator. And in Devastator, there's a strobing shot. No big surprise there. These modes are pretty much all strobing shots. All strobing shots all the time. I believe this one is right loop, and then it picks a shot to make, which is bounced around by the bumpers. So in this case, that's a left loop, so I want the right ramp to feed myself the left loop. I prefer to make shots instead of post-transferring, because shots give you progress towards either multipliers or doubler lights. I have no doubler lights on right now because I haven't played any of the other modes in this this fall. I'm sorry, I haven't gotten enough Decepticon lights. Let's see, we got 700,000. Here's a doubler light on now. And we're up over 60 million now, so that's pretty sweet. Megatron will not give me a lock unless I now complete the 3 blue lights. And those blue lights are friggin' dangerous. Do not shoot for the blue lights. I don't care what you think. Don't go for the blue light. The blue lights are bad. And, all right, sweet death save there. So, end of the game, we'll get a chance to play off the game a little bit longer there out of the death save. The death save is a move where you move the game to the left and then up and to the right, taking advantage of the way the geometry is underneath the game. I did also complete the 3 blue lights, which lights at least the first Megatron lock. I don't know exactly what settings we're on here, so let me lock it up and see whether it is. In the tough settings, the 3rd multi-ball, which looks like what we're on here, you need to complete the blue lights for every lock 4 times. Yeah, right. So we're not going to go for that. If we happen to get it, hooray. But what I'm after here is modes. Modes and more modes, and ideally some doubler lights as well. It's going to be left ramp, right loop for the foreseeable future. And now we're back into Shockwave, replaying Shockwave. And you can see it says shoot 6 shots. Originally it said shoot 11 shots. So that means we finished Shockwave basically halfway on the first time around. So if you can finish a mode, you won't get it again. If you don't finish a mode, you get it at the progress level you were at. So like right here where I blew the shot there, unfortunately. So we're not going to see Sentinel Prime through the Decepticon route. But we had pretty good progress, really good score, 62 million game. Not bad. Other players, I think Brian Bannon has the record on this one. So there's the Decepticon strategy. And as we flip over to the Autobot strategy, what you're going to see happen differently here is we're going to be aiming for Optimus more. The Optimus Prime multi-ball is easier. The Megatron multi-ball will be more difficult. And the way to earn those doubler lights, it changes completely. The right ramp is far more difficult than the left ramp. And so there'll be a lot of shots to the right loop instead in an attempt to grab the lights up at the top. As you can see at the top, the ball will go down the Autobot lights more frequently than it goes down the Decepticon lights. Alright, so as we pick the Autobots this time, we're going to concentrate on shooting shots to the right side, especially the right loop, to get the multiplier lanes up at the top. Also of note is that one of the 5 modes, Mud Flap and Skids, is a multi-ball mode, and it's possible to basically rig that up for large quantities of points. We'll plunge a little hard there to try and get the lights, and we're going to see a lot of this, right loop, right loop. The right loop sometimes feeds the Megatron instead. It won't lock for Megatron if it goes in this way, even if the lock is lit. But it's also relatively safe. I mean, as safe as the Megatron kickout is, which is to say not safe at all. If you go to the left ramp, like we did for the Decepticons, all you'll be getting is some fraction of the way towards a bonus X. And yeah, great, but we don't want bonus X, you want playfield X. So by making that right shot, you can complete the playfield X. It's critical to note that the right spinner then should be doubled early, because you're going to be making the right spinner a lot. And also to note that the lane change on the left side is controlled by the left flipper, and the lane change on the right side is controlled by the right flipper. It's good to get Megatron locks, not because Megatron multi-ball is so valuable as it was in the other side, but because you can play Megatron multi-ball with a mode. Now the mode that's lit right now is Mud Flap and Skids, and so I can use that to just cash in some points, so I can start that in. Mud Flap and Skids is a 2-ball multi-ball where all shots are worth points, an increasing number of points. So like the other modes, and here I can drain and it's okay. It says shoot 9 shots. Now, some players will actually save Mud Flap and Skids for later on in an attempt to, I don't know, have more doublers lit, or to use the time when you're in 2 balls to make difficult shots. So what I'm going to do during this round is shoot Optimus. I'm holding onto the ball. I'm trying to get 1 ball on the left here. There it is with a live catch. And use the other ball to shoot Optimus. I'm not sure what happened there. I got stuffed by the shot. But Mud Flap and Skids ends. The fact that it's not solidly lit means I'll be able to get it again by going through the other modes. And I want that. I want to be able to play that multi-ball as many times as possible. So ideally, you know, you finish all the other modes and then you get Mud Flap and Skids all day. Now eventually you're going to finish off Mud Flap and Skids no matter what, so it's not like that doesn't really work. But Mud Flap and Skids is a really nice way of gaining some points and some opportunities. It gives you a chance to shoot at the things on the playfield that you normally would not shoot for. So specifically, the ideal is to raise Optimus and then use the raised Optimus. This would be the ideal time for Mud Flap and Skids, because I could take those challenging Optimus shots. And by challenging, I mean they're risky too. They can drain with through no fault of mine. So like if I take a pot shot at Optimus, the ball is out of control. I don't know where that's going, and I could lose that ball through no fault of my own. So here's another multiplier lit, and the multiplier I don't have yet is Optimus. So I am going to take another pot shot here at the Optimus, just to try and get the doubler light going. And that's dangerous. That may not have been a great idea, but too bad. I'm trying again. So now the Optimus shot is doubled. I need 2 more shots to start the multi-ball. And you do want to work in a mode. Before you start any multi-ball, start a mode. So here is, what is this mode? Bumblebee mode. So in Bumblebee mode, you make every shot sort of like a hurry-up. It's a little bit like the Navi scoring on Avatar, or the scoring on one of the Iron Man versions of completing Iron Man. All shots are there, and remember, if you have doublers on, those shots are doubled. Not a real surprise there, I suppose. And if you can start a multi-ball while you're doing this, it's helpful to remember which shots you made and which shots you still need. So I still need those left shots, the left loop, and the left lane. I'm getting credit for that, but I really want the shots to finish off Bumblebee. That's one of them. I need the left lane as well. Keep missing that left lane shot. There's the left lane, and now Bumblebee finishes off the mode. So a shot to Bumblebee here will finish that mode off, And it looks like the mode must have ended because I'm clearly not getting the points for finishing that. But good progress in Bumblebee. And the way the Optimus multi-ball works now is you shoot Optimus once to start it, then you shoot a light, any of the lights, and then that light again to close it out. So right now there's 5 lights lit, and I'm using a little bit of a separation there to get that ball. So I can shoot the left lane, the right ramp, the right loop, the hole on the left, anything that's lit, and then I want to shoot it a second time to score it. So with my free ball, I can make the left lane and then try to catch it. That's a tough live catch there, but if you can make that play, it's pretty sweet. And then try it again. Right ramp. You notice I'm trying to use the free ball that I have, and that was a mistake there, obviously, but and then once you make a mistake like that, it can be tough to recover. Lost one ball, and here I just want to get control again. I'm waiting on this ball to get to my flipper, so no other shot is being taken, so that I only have one ball out of control at a time. And I was able to backhand this ramp earlier, so let's try it one more time. And that's not working out so well. What is interesting is that one more Bumblebee shot will double my play field. So if I shoot for Bumblebee, whenever Super Jackpot is lit, if I can get that far in the mode, there is an opportunity to really take this game to the woodshed early on here. So you make a shot, and then you want to make that shot again. Okay, so there's one shot left. It's the right loop. That was a bad miss there. And I'm going to wait till the ball comes around, try to cradle separate off the skids and targets, and then make the loop. Multipliers are lit again, and I've pretty much got all the multipliers. I've got the left ramp and right ramp to go. I'm not aiming for either of those right now. Double play field is on. There's the right loop, and now Megatron is the Super Jackpot. Hello? Oh, you didn't give me credit for that, Bast? There we go. So that is a double Super Jackpot on Optimus multi-ball. Now, there's no reason to sit around and wait here because, frankly, there's a lot of points still on the table. Double play field is still running from Bumblebee. There I used an opportunity, it didn't pay off, to hit my ball into the other ball. Double play field still running. You got to take advantage of this time. A lot of points there on the Optimus multi-ball. So as I said at the beginning, you want to take advantage of whichever multi-ball you are. So if you are an Autobot, the Optimus multi-ball will be your easiest path to good points. If you are a Decepticon, the Decepticon multi-ball, the Megatron multi-ball will be the way to go. Now, this is not to say that you shouldn't still score the other multi-ball, but just keep in mind that you're not going to get as many points out of it as you would otherwise. So for Megatron, I have 2 balls locked. I want to carry through a mode into that multi-ball. So let me get 3 balls locked, and then ignore Megatron to start a mode, then go back into Megatron to start the multi-ball. So left ramp, one more for mode start. Nice brick shot there because I wasn't paying a lick of attention to what I should be shooting. Left loop will start the mode. Good live catch again, a little off there, but not too bad. And multi-ball begins. Ratchet is going to be played, and Ratchet pretty much lights all the shots. I have no idea what's lit. There's extra ball lit, whoop-de-doo. And Megatron appears to want me to shoot that. So in the Decepticon, the Megatron multi-ball, you must shoot Megatron now to light the lights, and they'll all be on for only a certain amount of time. But I haven't shot Megatron yet, and so none of these are jackpots. They're all points I'm getting from the Ratchet mode, but now the jackpots are on. And the jackpots are only on for a very short amount of time. You want to make as many as you can fast. So unlike the Optimus multi-ball, where I was very patient about the shot making and shot taking, you want to be aggressive during the opposite multi-ball because there will be a timer on the collection of shots. And doing pretty well here with the Ratchet round. It's a lot of points on the table in Ratchet. And the solidly lit shots are points. The flashing shots are more points. And it looks like I have made enough shots to finish Ratchet. That was pretty sweet. Megatron will light the jackpots. I've got 6 jackpots to go, it looks like. All shots will give a jackpot, but there's only a limited amount of time. And that's the end of the multi-ball. So I did play better in the Optimus round than I did in the Megatron round. That's the same thing you saw on the other side. When I was playing as a Decepticon, the Megatron multi-ball was easier and the Optimus multi-ball was harder. That's the opposite when you are an Autobot. And I'm also pretty close to finishing the modes. I finished Ratchet, I have played Bumblebee and Mudflaps, and Ironhide will be next. Doesn't seem to be a reason to necessarily bring a multiplier into, I'm sorry, not a multiplier, but a multi-ball into action. I have now completed also the Playfield X lights, and like Batman, this now lights a single light for triple that will strobe across the playfield. So you can now get a triple jackpot during Optimus if you time your shot right. So let's raise Optimus while we have a chance to here. This is a very dangerous decision, but oh well. 2 more to access Optimus. These shots are generally safe. If you tap the side of the machine to pop the ball off the sidewall, you'll help the ball avoid the slingshot in response. There's a play that I don't see a lot of people make that I think is very important. The ball was coming to near the edge of the flipper, and rather than flip it away, just waited. Let the ball bounce over. It's very hard to do that just because you're like, oh my God, here's the ball. But the more patience you have, the better it's gonna pay off for you. Same play there. That's a little easier to do because the ball is coming at the flipper. It's more clear that it's going to bounce over. But the ball will bounce over a lot more often than you think it will. So mode start is just about ready, and I'm playing the same shots. Now what have we got here? We have Ironhide. So Ironhide starts by shooting the Optimus shot. Basically I'm just going to shoot whatever is flashing and take what the game is giving me. Taking what the game is telling me to shoot. What do we got here? Ah, screw you. That was bullcrap. So that's the danger of the Optimus shot and why you want to go for Optimus while playing Mudflaps and Skids instead of playing any of the other modes. Big bonus from the multipliers I was getting from the Decepticon lanes. So all those doublers are gone. I've got to work my way back through there. Mudflap and Skids will be next. And during Mudflap and Skids, I'm going to work on the Optimus shot. So my priority right now is a multiplier on Optimus and start the mode with Mudflap and Skids. Ball frequently bounces up from the bumpers, so give it a little push. Let that happen. I've only got 1 more light to get a multiplier. And so I can do that pretty quickly here. So multipliers are lit. You might say, well, let's take the Optimus shot. All right, in this case we did. But that was dangerous. That was a bad decision. What I should have done is shoot the right loop again and claim the doubler on there while working towards the multiplier. I'm going to get another multiplier soon, and I can use that next multiplier to double my Optimus shot. The reason I want Optimus double is because I'm eventually going to get to that multi-ball. But right now I just want to start the mode. The next mode is, oh, it's Bumblebee. Bumpers changed the mode. Ah, shoot. Well, let's try changing the mode then. That's not going to work. That was a terrible play. Let's try changing the mode by shooting the right loop. Maybe you'll give me Mudflaps. Oh, please, please give me Mudflaps. What I got? Oh, it's Mudflaps. Thank you so much. All right, so left ramp should start it. There we go, multi-ball. During the multi-ball, we start wailing on Optimus. These shots are safe now. They weren't safe before. Now, if I'm careful about watching this display, 2 more to start Optimus, 1 more to start Optimus. Now I can get greedy in another way and just not take that last Optimus shot. Let's cash in a bunch of points off the Skids and Mudflap here while I have 2 balls in play. And take that last one only when I need it. And by needing it, I mean when I drain out the other ball. There we go. So let's, oh, yeah, it's a jerky thing to have happen there. Oh well. So that's too bad, but what it does give me is it gives me an opportunity to bring in another mode and bring in the Bumblebee or the Ironhide. So let's start the mode, rather than take the 1 shot remaining to start Optimus Multi-Ball. So this is fairly standard strategy on Transformers. Make your modes, start your modes, keep getting through your modes with the goal of eventually getting all of the modes finished. And if you can get all the modes finished, you will get Sentinel Prime. And hopefully that will happen on this one. But if it doesn't, too bad. I'm not playing this again. So now you can start Optimus Multi-Ball during Ironhide and try to shoot the shots for Ironhide. The left loop and the whole shot are lit. Those are the two that I did not collect in the previous multi-ball. So it remembers your progress from the previous multi-ball. The goal being to get a super here. And maybe I'm not talking that through correctly. No, I think that one of those was lit as a mode shot instead. So during this multi-ball, I'm going to try to make a shot and then make the same shot. Bumblebee is over, and unfortunately I still didn't finish it, so I'll have to go back and start it again. Patience is very critical here, and that was a mistake on the right flipper. We still have Ironhide, Bumblebee, and Mudflap and Skids to get, and I'm going to continue to play this the same way. I want to start modes. If I'm going to be starting Mudflap and Skids, I want the Optimus to be up so that I can hit him and get credit and get into that multi-ball. That was a mistake in play there. What I should have done is hit the machine on the sidewall as it was going around the Optimus loop to push it off that wall. So you can see there a big difference when it's going around that loop. This is dangerous. As it's going around that loop, bop, and it comes out just enough. Go around the loop again, bop, and this gives you a chance to basically raise that guy without any issue. Now I want to bring in a mode. Mudflap and Skids is next apparently, so left loop. When Mudflap and Skids is ready to go, you want to avoid the bumpers because the bumpers change the mode. Now there's one more shot to go, so as soon as I shoot the right loop, this multi-ball is going to begin, so I'm safe shooting the right loop here. Yeah, that would require me to actually make the shot, you know. Left loop's fine though. And again, making the shot, always a good idea. You never go too wrong with making the shot. So now, during Mudflap and Skids, sorry, whatever the hell these guys are called. Shooting Optimus is the way to go here because it's not dangerous anymore. And I let that go, the ball save was still on. That one's not coming back though, it's a terrible multi-ball. 450,000, thank you. Because I haven't finished Mudflap and Skids, it's still available to me as a mode. So I could get Mudflap and Skids again next, if it happens to be the next one. Ironhide is lit now, but I can change the mode by shooting into the bumpers. Left ramp, right loop to bumpers. Oh, please give me Mudflap and Skids. Nope, not this time. Oh wait, right loop again. So here you can keep shooting the right loop and try to wait until it gives you something you want. I know I'm pretty close to finishing Bumblebee, so let's just cash that out. The Bumblebee mode only requires you to make each shot once and then the Bumblebee. So you're like, what the hell just happened? You finished the mode in 2 seconds. It was because I had made the other 6 shots in previous iterations of Bumblebee. So now it's down to Ironhide and Mudflaps. And if I had played Ironhide better from in a previous opportunity, it would be Mudflaps only. So what do you got? Ironhide? I don't want that. I want Mudflaps. Back to the bumpers. And ideally you want to bounce the ball so that it bounces on an odd number of bumpers here, in which case you'll get Mudflaps, as I did there. So nice play there. Just kidding. There's really no way to control it. But I didn't get a chance to see if there was 1 shot or 2 shots left for this mode. I think it's 1 shot. So let me shoot the right loop. And there we go, another multi-ball. And really you can play Mudflap and Skids as many times as you want, and then use the time to concentrate on shooting Optimus instead of shooting whatever you think you should be shooting for. The Decepticon targets shut off, so you cannot use this as a chance to fake your way through fake your way through Megatron, but you can use it as a way to fake your way through Optimus. So back in action again. Let's keep doing the same thing here. And get control of the ball, please. That's good. Left ramp, right loop. And we're also cashing in multipliers from Decepticons, and we're cashing in double playfield lights from the right. There are two lanes at the top, but two lights at the top, but you flip the flipper and it'll change which one's lit. So Ironhide is the one it's going to give me if I can finish it right now. And I don't know how far along I am on Ironhide, but we may as well find out. So this is Ironhide. I don't really know how many shots I have left on Ironhide. Shoot 9 shots? Yeah, I don't know. Well, let's try it anyway. I'm probably not going to make 9 shots. No offense to Ironhide, sorry buddy. But other players might deliberately miss this so they have something else running. 7 shots left. And, you know, it's pretty good points, especially when you got doublers going. The center shot now, it's going to need a lot more shots to get Optimus multi-ball. So that shot is very dangerous and maybe a poor choice. The left loop is a better choice here. An increasing number of shots get lit during Ironhide as you continue to play it. So it becomes easier to finish the better you do. Now, I missed a shot there, but I did light Megatron, and that's nice. So I can now go for the second Megatron multi-ball. Those locks are now lit. Right loop, sorry, right ramp. And we got one more to go, left loop. Ah, I missed it. One shot, 13 seconds left. That was a mistake there. What I should do is post-transfer and take the shot that I can make, the left loop. I know I can make that without incidents. So that's Ironhide completed. The only thing left to do is mud flaps. So at this point, I'm going to go directly for mud flaps, try to finish it, and then we'll see if we can get to Sentinel. Ideally, what I'd also like to do is get a super out of the Megatron multi-ball. So let's lock it up. We got 4 locks to go. That's the second lock. Got the third lock. Oh, that was a terrible miss. This is danger. Right loop could give me progress towards mud flaps. And mud flaps is a multi-ball, so you can then use that multi-ball to take out. Oh, that was a bad left ramp shot there. I should be much better with that shot by now. Okay, this is mud flaps, and you can cash in locks for Megatron during mud flap. You cannot light the locks, but once they are lit, you can get them. Now, if I'm going with what I was doing before, I should be going for Optimus. But I'm fine with pretty much either at this point. Optimus is close. Oh, this is danger. Oh my goodness.
That's cool.
But dude, there we go. So we were able to finish mud flap. And now there's some flashing light over on the left side. I'm not really sure what that is, so I'm going to ignore it. Oh, I'm sorry. No, I really should go for that. That's Sentinel Prime. But before I do that, no, let's just shoot the bumpers some more, because the bumpers are important. You know, it's very important to know that the bumpers are valuable in this game. Post-transfer, all right, ramp shot is good. I prefer a post-transfer here because I want to stop the ball on the right and then make that wide shot. Okay, Autobots Roll Out is a single ball, no time limit round. If you played 24, there was a mode called Save the President. There's a bunch of modes like this. It plays the Autobots music here. The opposite side, if we get a chance to play, we didn't do this during the Decepticon game, but there is All Hail Megatron is the other Sentinel Prime mode. They do have the same rules. So what your idea is to shoot each shot a certain number of times to finish that shot off. I'm also very happy that I have all of my doublers on except the left lane. And I will eventually complete the left lane by shooting enough more shots. So right loop here cashes in, 1,000,000 points. Would normally be 500,000, it's double because I have the light on. And you may as well continue to take the same shots until it's shut down. And now I have the tripler going. Looks like that light on the The left loop might be busted. Oh, that's a mistake. I got away with that one. Get control. Okay, good. All right, so the shots increase in value, and there is a super, the whatever the hell that is, Allspark thing, yeah. If you shoot that, you will cash in some points, and at the very end, you will cash in a super jackpot. So even though it appears that I'm getting a super there is no super. It's just telling you how much it's eventually going to be worth if you finally make it that far. So it's kind of really just middle fingering you the entire time, saying, come on, get to super. Okay, and you see I'm waiting. What I'm waiting on is that this light is strobing across. That is a triple value light. So I want to wait until that light gets the shot I want. I want the Optimus here. And shoot the shot, and instead of being single value, double value, that is triple value. And that value is added into the super, and there it is. Yes, you can get a triple super. So I have completed the right loop, completed the center loop. I'm going to shoot for the left ramp next. Left ramp is a little hard to get as a triple because the timing is just a bit off. Oh, stay up. Nice. So you actually want to shoot the left ramp for triple a little sooner than you would, like it's the Optimus shot almost, because it's going to kind of roll around in there, and the activator switch is actually down there after it's come through. So here I'm going to shoot for the left ramp again. I'm going to shoot it early, ding, now, and get that for triple. The trap on the right, let's see what's left. I have one shot to the left hole, one shot to the right ramp, two shots to the left loop. Let's go for the right ramp from here, and then try to one-time it to the left loop after it comes back around. Again, waiting for the opportunity to get it for triple. And that was a bad shot. Second try, no good. Oh, ball's out of control. Oh, shut up, Mudflap. Whatever your name. Maybe that was Skids. I don't know who these guys are. What's wrong with me? I can't shoot the shot. That's what's wrong with me. Oh, that's bad. Okay. Good stop there. That gets the ball back under control. And, well, I wouldn't say I'm feeling nervous about this. This is a time where you just generally want to think about something else so that you can make your shot the same way you would make it regardless of what was happening. Because I've made this shot about 20 times, 30 times in the game. Why is it that much harder now? The right ramp is a hard shot, so it's okay that I'm missing the right ramp. There we go. Let's make the left loop this time. Left loop, trap. Oh, it's a good trap there. I need one more left loop. Let's wait for the tripler. And one more left hole. And now one more left hole to finish and get the super. Roll out. Shoot the Allspark, whatever the hell that is. I don't know what the Allspark is. You guys must have seen these movies. I didn't. So this must be something really important that the Allspark like lights up and stuff. It's very important. Maybe it rotates. I don't even know. Anyway, if I shoot this shot now and get it in for triple, boom, baby. So by waiting there, that final jackpot, and we get a dinosaur for some reason too. That final jackpot was triple instead of whatever we got. And that's the completion of Sentinel Prime. So now something interesting happens, which is you go over to the other side. I finished all of the Autobot stuff, so now I'm going on to the Decepticon rounds. And you'll play those rounds the same way you'd play them as a Decepticon, but they will be worth the completion. And the full completion of this entire board awards something called Battle of Cybertron, which I have never seen. So I haven't heard of anybody getting to it either, but it is possible. And we'll see, maybe we can do something good here. But in order to do that, we're going to just go back around to modes again, which involves shooting the ramps and shooting loops and just calming down because we just played a cool mode. And it's clear that in this case, you know, my shot making is starting to suffer. I believe I'm one lock away from the Megatron multi-ball also. So what I'm trying to do right now is start a mode so that I can have a mode to work into the Megatron multi-ball. Oh, that's a bad shot. And I'm lucky to have gotten away with that. Two more shots for mode. The left ramp, right loop, which should be a kind of a memorized combo by now. And again, you always want to start a mode before you enter any multi-ball. So now I'm going to go for the Megatron multi-ball. If I can get the ball back. Oh, that was a bad shot. Let's get it in from the left. Oh, that's bad. Flailing, flailing. There we go. So that should start multi-ball, and Starscream battle will also be running during this. And you can see the Starscream lights there on the left. A reminder, in Megatron multi-ball, you must shoot Megatron once to light the jackpots. That's easier said than done sometimes. And if you don't shoot them if you shoot them while other balls are bouncing around, it just won't register. So this is kind of an ideal situation. Shoot Megatron, jackpots are lit, ball bounces around, and you screw up. But otherwise, the way that normally works, it's a better shot than that. And picking up a couple jackpots is nice. But they shut off rather rapidly, and then you must regather and shoot Megatron again to light the jackpots again. That's nice there. And I'll shoot the Optimus loop. And ideally get as many as you can during this time. You need a certain number of jackpots. I don't know the number. I just know that they are hard to get. And shooting Megatron will relight the jackpots. That's unfortunate. The real trouble with that is that now it's going to be very hard to get into Megatron multi-ball again, and that is one of the requirements to get to the final mode. So we'll worry about that as we get there. What I'd like to do now is start another mode, and then we'll concentrate on seeing if we can get into Optimus Challenge. I'm not as worried about the playfield tripler lights right now, so I'm just kind of going to ignore them. I can't get any more opportunity from completing the Optimus lanes. It looks like Megatron lock is lit. You get those now one at a time by completing the blue lights. So basically, when you see that lit, you want to cash it in because they won't stack and they won't relight. So I need to complete those 3 blue targets like a pile of times.
Megatron, we were gods, and here they call us machines.
Okay, Megatron, whatever you say, buddy. Let's start a mode. And we're in some kind of frenzy apparently. I don't know what is this. I've never seen this before, and I don't know how I got it, but someone hopefully online can explain what the heck I just did to cause this to happen. It appears that I'm in some kind of frenzy, so why not start Optimus Multi-Ball? Seems like an ideal time to take a multi-ball when frenzy is going on. This is the Optimus Multi-Ball, and the Optimus Multi-Ball, you take one shot, then hit it again to finish it off. It looks like, Skids and Mudflap are giving me points the way that Iron Man does. So I'm not too surprised to see that kind of behavior. And looks like I got an Autobot coming to me here. So I'm going to let these balls go and get my bumper action. All scores doubled for 40 seconds too from Bumblebee. So this is a pretty sweet opportunity here. There's a good shot, nice little lucky bounce there. I still need the right ramp and the left loop to finish my Optimus shots. So because the doubler is on, it's some time I don't really want to waste, but I also don't want to lose balls unnecessarily as I just have. There's a good shot. There's another great shot there. That was good stuff. And we got one more shot to go. Come on, hit that. And that'll light the Optimus Super. I'm not really sure what I needed to do next. Actually, Megatron is the super at the end of that mode, unfortunately, so I bricked that. Blackout battle has begun. Blackout is one of the modes on the left. It's one shot at a time for a while. As you make more shots, you open up more. So feeding yourself and making these shots and being consistent with the shots are important here. Make one on each side. Now there are 2 on each side. It's a little bit like the Attack of Shelob from Lord of the Rings, except it kind of increments as you go. Make one shot on the left. That's my goal here. Let's make that left loop. Oh, right, a good old post right between the 2 shots. That's very common. You get 2 shots you want to make, and I've hit that post between them now 3 times. 4 times. There we go. Okay, so now 2 shots are lit on the right. And now 3 shots are lit on the left. Now 3 shots are lit on the right. So it becomes actually easier to get more points out of this mode. And the way that modes behave on Transformers, they get worth more and more points as you play at that time. The values reset. So if you don't do well that time and you say, oh, I can just play it again, well, you won't be playing again for as many points. You'll just be playing it again. And playing it again with the goal of, say, completion, but you won't be getting nearly as many points as you will if you play it right the first time. So this one is, I don't know, Devastator. Ooh. Uh-oh. Oh, that was close. That's going to be close too. Okay, got control again, right loop. So as you can see from this game, and this game is really going along pretty remarkably well. The more comfortable you get with the shooting on Transformers, the better the game is going. And I mean, the tilt is pretty tight, so it's not that I'm not even really having to make moves that cause the ball to get out of control. It's a little out of control there. A nice alley pass gets it under control there. The bumpers in this mode change the lit shot, and there, importantly, my goal is not to shoot a shot. Dang, that's a bad drain. But that was a good ball, I'd say. 18 million in bonus. It's a good game by itself. And okay, so that was ball 2. When you're having a great game like this, it's very easy to let down and just let the third ball go fast or drain, and maybe that's what will happen here. But I find that what you want to do is just refocus yourself, think about what your next goal is. I need to get to Megatron Multiball in order to finish off these tasks. I have played most of the modes yet, Shockwave not yet, but the others. I will need to get Megatron Multiball and get the Super in order to get to Battle for Cybertron. So that's my focus. I'm going to go for the Megatron lock, and I have found it to be easier from the right side, so I'm basically going to go for that once I see the ball come to my right, but I'm not going to make any special effort really to get the ball to my right. I also need modes, like the Shockwave mode that's about to start in one more shot here. So there's Shockwave beginning. In Shockwave, there's one shot to start, and that is the left loop in this case. Once you make the left loop, it will open up other shots. Well, it's a little out of control due to the lack of accurate shooting here. And that's a mistake. That's just a dead mistake, trying to backhand the lock. And that's unfortunate. That was a bad bounce, but crap happens. Finally got the first shot out of that. And it might be a good opportunity to just, add more time. I love that. More time gives me more chances to miss and make mistakes. But here's a chance to catch that lock. Come on, get the ball. Uh-oh. That's probably a tilt. No, it's not. All right, well, that would probably be a tilt under real Papa conditions, but so I got away with that one. But definitely a worthy attempt. You know, there's no real harm in trying a desperation save. What am I going to lose? I'm going to lose 1,000,000 points and go, oh man, I wish I could have gotten 263 instead of 262. No, desperation saves or any save attempt is always trying to keep the ball in play. You only got 3, so make it work. And we're playing Shockwave reasonably well. The backhand of the left ramp is always active. And so very common to just see shot after shot to the left ramp and then the right loop. It's just the way to play this game. It's very safe. You get better at the shots. That was interesting. You get better at the shots as you go. You can start all the modes this way. Now in this case I have a couple of options here. I don't have the Megatron lock lit. I've got 2 locks already. I do not want to shoot pot shots at those blue targets. It's just going to happen. They're either going to get hit by the ball, making mistakes, or have to carry them, or it's not going to happen. But you cannot actively go for those Megatron targets. You're just asking for death. So let's see. We're back to blackout, which is the left loop shot to start. Oh, that was a cheeky shot. Let's see if we get that to go. So these are the same shots that started blackout last time, but they're not going to be worth as many points just because there's only 5 shots to make. If you make all 5 shots, the mode ends. So the ideal max scoring route is to try and finish modes completely each time they're offered to you. Now there's 2 shots on the left. Oh boy, this is trouble. But I got one of those Megatron targets. At some point, it may actually become valuable for me to go for the Megatron targets, but I'm not at that point yet. And, you know, really, I don't think I'm going to get to that point, especially if I can't shoot anything. Left loop should be good here. And get a trap. That was very lucky there, glancing off the last Megatron target I needed and into the lock. How about that? Now the left ramp to the right loop. I'm doing that to avoid the Optimus shot, which is dangerous. So I don't want to make the Optimus shot because I could lose the ball. If I make the right loop, I'm not going to lose the ball. Left ramp is lit. That's the last shot to finish the mode. And so that's going to finish off, who is this guy? Whatever that was. You know, Blackout. Okay, Blackout completed, hooray. Not as many points, I got more points off Blackout the first time. So now we're in a really interesting situation. I mean, I guess it's pretty interesting no matter what. But what should we go for? Two more for mode. Optimus is up, but I know it's going to take a pile of hits to get to Optimus. I think prefer starting the next mode here and seeing where it goes. We're into Devastator battle. Right loop is the first shot here. And, oh, that's big trouble. Left ramp to feed that right loop shot. And that combo should just become second nature as the game goes on, and I've been doing pretty well with it. Now, unfortunately, it's forcing me to shoot the Optimus and just spray and pray that I was able to get the ball back from. I didn't actually get to see how many more shots to Optimus I need. And now what I'm trying to do is get the ball back to the right loop, the safe shot, because Optimus is not safe. I don't need Optimus. I've already got the Optimus Prime Super completed, so I can just go for this right loop and try to cash out enough of these shots to finish the mode. Oh boy, that was dangerous. Shoot right orbit. Okay, I'll shoot the right orbit already. Oh, that was bad. That was bad. And it's over. But unfortunately, it didn't quite get all the way through. You didn't see Megatron Super in this game. Hold bonus is awfully nice on this game as we go just shy of 300 at a 299 million game. Hope this gives you some idea. I personally prefer the Autobots as an option because of the Mud Flap and Skids multi-ball, and because the Optimus Prime multi-ball tends to be easier for me to get through to the Super. So anyway, thanks for watching, and Transformers, pretty solid game. The modes are not all that interesting, but the strategy of when to play what and what to go for, especially the initial choice of Decepticon and Autobot, very important. Thanks, and play more pinball. Bye.